What's up, guys? It's McNaulty here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the madness that is the Solstice summon. It's like Black Friday, but it's here in the middle of summer, and we have a brand new family as well as some of the latest heroes to be released into the game in this portal and available with what it says is a 50% better chance to get a legendary hero with the costumes included. So what more could you want? Well, we're going to find out today whether this is everything it's cracked up to be, and more specifically, whether these brand new heroes from the Mahayodda family are anything worth getting excited about. So yeah, first of all, we'll just quickly go over the odds. You get a legendary non-featured hero percentage of 3.6%, which is pretty humongous by Empires and Puzzles standards. For the featured heroes, though, it's only 0.2%. So don't be fooled. If you want one of these heroes that are featured, generally speaking, it is better to wait until the Covenant summon comes around. But if you're lacking on legendary heroes and you want to just stock up, there are, literally every single hero in the game is featured in this portal. And I believe they are not featuring any classic heroes. It says there, yeah. All legendary heroes or costumes are guaranteed to have been released within 730 days. That seems like a heck of a long time, to be fair. It's like 2 years. So heroes within the last 2 years and no classic heroes and all costumes included. So yeah, the odds are pretty good. 4%, if you drop, what's that? Like it should be one legendary every 25 pulls if it's like 4%, around about 4%. So yeah, there or thereabouts. If you drop a 30 pull and you don't get a legendary, then you kind of beat the odds in a bad way. Anyways, we will get into the portal. Let's have a look at our brand new family of heroes, starting with the face of the portal, which is this dude with what looks like a massive wooden banister rail that he's just ripped out of the palace ramparts. It is Bhima. He is our newest hero, well, one of our two newest heroes in the game. So he is of the Mahayodda family. I'm going to struggle with that one, seriously. So they get a bonus for 1, 2, or 3 heroes. At the end of each turn, heroes in the Mahayodda family gain 100, either 100, 110, or 120 attack, and 100, 110, or 120 defense. That is a growth effect, and that triggers once every single turn. So take somebody like Grimsteel, for example. I think his is like 450 attack and defense. By the time it's been 4 turns into the battle, these guys are going to have like the equivalent effect on their attack and defense stats. So really, right away, you want to counter that can get rid of growth, whether it's one of these slimy heroes with a sticky surface, or whether you've got somebody from the Garrison Guard like Fergus, for example, who's going to be absolutely brilliant against these guys. Because he's going to be able to remove that growth effect every 4 turns. And with these guys, you're going to need it. Trust me. Next passive. So first passive is going to be mana on damage received. When the character receives direct damage from special skills or from normal attacks, they receive a small amount of mana. The maximum amount of mana can be 10% gained per turn. So they're going to gain a small amount for every single attack. Small amount's probably like a couple of percent. But if you hit them with a few tiles and a massive special skill attack, you're going to be giving these guys up to 10% mana, which is, again, dangerous. Like, you better beware when you hit them and they're close to full mana, because, you know, they're going to come back round. Extra damage to minions and to mega minions. So we're really having a go at the minions meta now. The character does 150% damage or extra damage to minions and to mega minions. Sweet. So yeah, he's you can take Fergus against him for the growth, but he's going to batter that mega minion down with that freaking club. He's going to just murder it. Right. Let's move on into the realms of stats. So he's running a team power of 1213. As far as power creep's concerned, like they kind of gone off the rails a little bit, which I'm not too happy about. But in terms of the other heroes that are featured, so if we just look at Fafnir, 1211, so they are right on par with the heroes that are being released at the moment. So not too big of a disparity anywhere there. It's not like they're released with like 100 extra team power points. So yeah, it's not worth summoning them for that standpoint, is what I'm trying to say. card design's interesting. I kind of dig when they do something extra with the cards, but like, yeah, it's like half tacky, but it's okay. And the artwork, yeah, he's a big, buff, muscular dude with a massive freaking club. What more could you want? Okay, so let's move on. Yeah, he is quite attacking, actually. I've just seen 1289, 1196, and 2158, and he gets the heal increase, interestingly. So at the start of each battle, he gets 50% increase for any healing he receives for 6 turns. That can be really strong. If you've got a fast speed healer, then obviously they're going to be giving him 50% more healing if they fire off within the first 6 turns. So pop him next to a tank that heals, and he'll be gaining the most benefit out of that passive, or that ether talent, I should say. His special skill. So here we go. Let's see what he's doing. It's called the Righteous Pulverizer. So yeah, Richard would be proud. And he's running at average speed. So at average speed, the special skill never misses its targets, and he deals 410% damage to the target and the nearby enemies. That's a big hit. He then gets something called a growth boon, where he deals 2 times extra damage for each point of modified attack. So this is going to have to do with the growth effect, which is this one. So for each point of modified attack, it looks like he's going to deal 2 times extra damage. That sounds like a heck of a lot, but if you do click on the question mark, it says it's up to a maximum 800 additional extra damage, which is still awesome, because based on his growth, he's going to deal extra damage. Growth already increases, based on the enemy's attacker's attack and defender's defense. But you can give him an extra 800 points of damage. That's on top of the 410% that he's already doing. So like I said before, the main thing about these heroes is that you want to remove the growth as quickly as possible if you can, or wither it away. Status effects affecting damage damage dealt do affect the extra damage. Defense stats do not affect the extra damage. Okay, fair enough. And then the status effects affecting the attack stats, so general attack boosts and things like that, do not affect the attack damage. So it's only based on growth effects. It says, reduces the max health of the target and the nearby enemies by 850. I'm glad that comes after the hit and not before, because I think it can go down to a minimum cap of 30%. Let's just double check. Yeah, it can't get lower than 30% of the original max health. And with the type of hit that he's doing, that 410% with the growth boon, the extra attack that can be dealt based on that, and then reducing the health, you're gonna need that cap of 30%. Damn, this guy's gonna hit hard. Okay, and obviously that works harder against boosted health. And then not only that, but the target nearby enemies get negative 50% accuracy for 3 turns. So yeah, this guy's a freaking brutal beast of a hero. Like I said, you really need those anti-growth heroes to go up against him, and he hits like a freaking monster. I mean, yeah, anti-growth, counter-attack with damage reduction. Those are probably going to be the best strategies for facing this guy, because he is just a brute of a hero. But then he can also, brutalize himself if you've got the right heroes on your team. So yeah, you get heroes like Matilda to a second. I mean, not Matilda. What's her name now? Willow to a second charge. You'd be laughing. You could even use Costume Sif. Heroes like that against this dude, like anyone with like a stone skin effect, soft skin, that's going to be the way to go, I think. And then obviously the anti-growth. So yeah, I like him a lot. But yeah, we've definitely got a few counters to think about. So let me know if you are lucky enough to grab this guy from the portal. 0.2% though. So like I said before, please don't go crazy. Okay, so moving on to our other hero that is featured, our brand new hero in here, Chitrangada. She is looking mighty fly. She actually looks like she's like advertising something to me. I don't know. The face is too weird. The teeth are too white. I don't like the art on her as much as I do on the other one. So she is obviously an ice hero. She is of the fighter class, which is awesome because she gets a revive on her ether talent, the master revive, on her talent tree. The Master Revive can also give her an extra 25% attack, which is awesome. Same family bonus, so we won't go over that again with the growth effect. And then the passives are the same. So superior resist negative minion effects. Okay, they're not the same. I stand corrected. So this character has innate resistance against incoming negative effects and damage from minions and mega minions. So he doesn't get that. That's interesting. Okay, so he has an effect against mega minions, but it's that he does 150% damage to the minions and mega minions. With her, she has an innate resistance against, where is it? There. No, there. She has an innate resistance against incoming negative effects and damage from minions and mega minions. So that's interesting. Could be because she's maybe a healer rather than a damage dealer. But maybe, we'll see as they beef the family out. But that's very interesting. And to me, that's probably a stronger effect because that's the same effect that heroes in the Astral Dwarves get. And if you're going up against them with mega minions, you can hit them as many times as you like. It does nothing. So that is a really, really strong effect. And then the secondary passive, is mana on damage received. So when she receives damage, this is the same. So from special skills or normal attacks, she gets a small amount of mana up to a maximum of 10%. So she does get that one, but the minion one differs. It makes sense, actually. I like that they've done that because it doesn't, it fits the hero. With some of the other heroes, the passives don't fit the hero. And also it's worth mentioning, they've also said the percentage of damage, not just that he does extra damage to minions and mega minions. It says he does plus 150% damage. So that gives you an easier sort of point of reference, which is awesome. So there are some good points. Okay, stats-wise, going to be pretty much the same. She is more defensive, which is awesome. We do like to see that on healers in this game. And her special skill is called the Gift of Rejuvenation. Okay, lovely. So it pretty much says what it's going to do. So she's running at fast speed and she recovers 20% health for all allies. She gets a growth boon where she recovers 2 times extra health for each point of defense. And this, again, can get up to a maximum of 800 additional healing. Status effects affecting healing received do not affect the healing scaling. Okay. So yeah, it's pretty much the same, except that she gets 800 points extra on her heal. And that is going to trigger right away because they get that bonus to start. It triggers at the end of each turn. So she's going to have additional growth on her unless you've dispelled it. And then each defeated ally has a 35% chance to get revived with 35% HP. Man, Astrid. I think Astrid may have seen her last day. She's running at fast speed. And then she also cleanses a status ailment from all allies. Okay, she's really, really, really good. The fact that she resists the damage from mega minions is even better. And as a reviver, I like her more than any other sort of fast speed reviver. So you've got Sable doing the rounds at the moment who has that delayed revive. This is going to be a much, much better solution, a much easier solution. You don't have to open up a ghosting lane or anything like that. The revive chance, I think, is maybe slightly lower than Astrid. I think Astrid operates 40%, but then she is running at fast speed and she does bring them back with a higher amount of HP. Comparison again against Astrid, she doesn't get that negative damage, but it is only a 20% chance to trigger. But Astrid also doesn't get a cleanse. So yeah, overall, yeah, and stats wise as well, I think, yeah, she may well be competing for the top healer spot. There's no sort of ailment protection or anything like that, but she is giving the growth effect, which is potentially stronger in a lot of situations. So yeah, I think this hero is going to be an absolute monster. Honestly, one of the best healers in the game, in my opinion. It is, again, like I say, massive congratulations if you do manage to snag this hero from this portal. But again, just bear in mind, it is a 0.2% chance. That's literally like 2 in every 1,000 pulls that you'll get this hero. So like 1 in 500. You have to do 500 pulls to technically be guaranteed. And then even then, it's not a guarantee. So if I was you, my advice is I would wait until they are refeatured in a Covenant summon, unless you need to beef up your roster, in which case go crazy. So that is everything I've got to say on the brand new heroes, Bhima and Chitrangada. Chitrangada. Please do let me know in the comments what you guys think about these brand new heroes. And of course, if you are lucky enough to grab one of them for yourself, do drop us a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys aren't subscribed already. Share it with your friends, share it with your mother, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now.